Greensboro people of faith who don't necessarily agree on the issue of same-sex marriage, but who completely agree on the injustice of this amendment, have been coming together, working together, praying together for its defeat. Partnering with others listed here in this program, we have been holding forums, volunteering with the state coalition, painting this county blue with yard signs, planning events like this, working to get out the vote, holding thousands of conversations, and we are not done. We invite all of you to continue to join us. The sense of partnership and multi-faith interracial cooperation that we have enjoyed, that has been built up, has been a blessing that will continue beyond May 8th. And it is my great pleasure and honor now, on behalf of Greensboro People of Faith and our partnering groups, to introduce the Reverend Dr. William Barber. Since 2005, Dr. Barber has been the president of the state of North Carolina's NAACP, and he also serves on the board of the national NAACP. He is pastor of Greenleaf Christian Church Disciples of Christ, where he has served for 18 years. He has served as chair of Rebuilding Broken Places Community Development Corporation, is the author of the book Preaching Through Unexpected Pain, is past executive director for North Carolina Human Relations Commission, champion for racial justice, education, voter rights, affordable housing, health care, and more. Dr. Barber holds a BA in Public Administration from North Carolina Central University, an MDiv from Duke Divinity School, a doctoral degree from Drew University. He is a recipient of over 25 national, state, and local awards for his work. He asked me to keep it short, so I've cut out half. The great theologian Howard Thurman once said, "Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it." What the world needs is people who have come alive. Dr. Barber works tirelessly, fearlessly for social justice, for an end to racism, an end to bigotry in all its forms. He is helping us all come alive to the realities of our time and the underlying connections between injustice and bigotry in all their forms. We are extremely fortunate to have him working in our community and in our state, helping us make the connections, helping us come alive. Each time I hear him, I know I am hearing the voice of a prophet. Each time I hear him, I see a little more clearly the work that is yet to be done. Dr. Barber, thank you for all your work, and thank you for being with us here tonight.
Gracious God, we thank you for allowing us this moment. We stand so humble in your presence. And we know, God, that whenever you call men and women to attempt to speak truth on your behalf, you take the risk of putting treasure in trash, treasure in an earthen vessel, that the excellency of the power might be of you and not of us. Hold us, help us, and keep us. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Chief. Article 1, Section 1 of the North Carolina Constitution says, equality and rights of persons. We hold to be self-evident that all persons are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, the enjoyment of the fruits of their labor, and the pursuit of happiness. A vote on this so-called same-sex marriage amendment has nothing to do with your personal or religious opinion on same-sex marriage.
Amen.
But it has everything to do with whether or not you believe discrimination should be codified and legalized constitutionally. It has everything to do with whether you believe hate and division should be legalized constitutionally. And I believe, along with the entire NAACP and our more than 130 members of the historic Thousand on Jones Street Coalition, we should never seek to codify division, hate, and discrimination into the very heart and framework of our Constitution. 8 years ago, when there was a well-funded national strategy by the extreme right to promote constitutional amendments against the rights of some persons, the NAACP's National Director of Legislation and our Washington Bureau Chief, my good friend Hillary Shelton, gave this testimony before the Senate 8 years ago. There is no history of enacting constitutional amendments for the purpose of restricting individual freedoms. These proposed amendments against gay people, he said then, stand in stark contrast to the amendments that have been adopted in the spirit of freedom and liberty. As James Madison explained, constitutional amendments are reserved for certain great and extraordinary occasions, and this is not one by any measure.